Greetings, humans. Welcome. I hope you're ready for this, because I'm not. So, we've got an escape room. It's usually the human that yawns, but it's my turn today. So how are we doing? It is Sunday. Don't do that again, human. Not if you don't want to lose your fingers. Greetings, everybody. It is indeed Sunday. Awooga. Could I sound more excited? Yes. Is that likely to happen? No. Is that the short answer? Yes. What's the long answer? Fuck no. Hola, Emma. Was that a bit too energetic, human? Hello, Somdra. Somdra, we need to talk. I'm not entirely sure that I like your representation of me as some sort of weak, emotionally unstable person in your fan fiction. Hello, Zeus. Are you on the wrong account again? Hello, Mario. I don't know why I said that. Oh, Emma, we've got a laggy connection. Rather laggy than soggy. Hello, Sock Monkey, and hello, Mr. Werewolf Dude. Well, everybody has emotions. It's not so much that I hide them, Mr. Werewolf Dude. It's more that they're, inconvenient. I've been broken, Somdra. Hello, Apple User. You won't believe it, Apple User. You've just missed Zeus. Broken emotionally wise. For a minute, I thought there was going to be a chapter of smut when you said that, Somdra. I've been broken. Please don't. Because if anyone is broken, it's the human. She doesn't need that. Hello, Anachronista. What's up? Or sup? Ooh, human. The next part is wung its way? Winged its way. Can you wung? It's wung its way. I don't know. Hello, Zara. Welcome. Not that sort of broken Apple user. Hello, Froggis. Are you watching me from within the walls? There were a lot of funny noises earlier. Yeah. I presumed it was you. Anyway, we have an escape room. Bosh. Somebody, you finished it. We're up to 15 parts. Human is excited. Human thought she knew who the baddie was, and now she doesn't. And she doesn't like that, Somdra. She doesn't like not knowing. Hello, Mutu. I'm your favourite. Ugh. Now you've burdened me with your expectations. Oh, Apple user, don't start nagging Zara about getting your own page in fucking Slay. Stop it. Pack it in. Honestly, we've only just started and they're off. Froggish, you don't have any expectations. Excellent. Everything's going to be just fine then. All expectations, I mean, frankly, it's up to you now. It's your own problem, not mine. Apple user, you were told if you convince all the mods and the human, then yes, you'll get a page in Slay 4. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Chloe. Zara says no. Oh, well. Looks like that's tough then, doesn't it, Apple user? Yeah. Paula, you think you should get your own page in Slay? Paula, you probably should. Bonjour. I've got my own beret. I'm just missing the moustache. It matches me. It's purple. How long do we think this is going to stay put? Do you want me to stop talking while you do that, human? That looks... Yeehaw! Try again, human. There we go. This is it now, human. I've finally found my look. I know I've sort of grown into the polo neck and the beret, but this is it. Bonjour. Hello, Ruth. Going back to Paula should have her own page in Slay. Do you think moustaches would feature heavily? I think so too. Mr. Werewolf, do you think it should only focus on Zula? It would be the most boring edition of Slay ever. We can't have that. We really can't. Anyway. Chloe, you think Slay 4 should be Meet the Mods? That's hard for me to say. Meet the Mods. Meet the Mods. Humans enjoying themselves. Good afternoon, Ace. Apple user, all the mods and you. At this point in time, I hate to say it, but you all know how the human works, okay? At this point in time, there is no Slay 4. So all your arguments are in vain. Thank you, Ruth, for whatever that was. I know, Froggus, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Beat the mods. Ace, you have a sudden need for croissants. Bonjour, yes. Sondra, I don't want to know where the moustache has been. I thought it smelled funny. Anyway, moving very swiftly on. Perfection. Whoa. Wow. Froggus, that's a bit confrontational, isn't it? Boxing gloves. 1 US, 1 UK, was that right? I'm not sure about that. Anyway, Zula needs attention. Zula always needs attention, Mr. Wellview. That's the problem. Sobja, maybe Slay 4 could be Christmas Slay and Slay 5 could be a fan edition. There you go, Apple user, we've got a poll. Should you get a page in Slay 4? Anyway. I'm really behind with the message, so I'm going to try and catch up. Hello, Yvonne. God, I really am behind. Jesus. Right. Oh, that poll was Chloe's work. Apple user, you can usually only make a deal if you've got something to work with. Apple user, you have no leverage. None. You can't negotiate for a page in Slay. Paula, you think Froggish should get a page? You can't see it, but the human has her head in her hands. I don't think the human's going to stay unbroken very long. I can see the cracks from here. Not that sort. She's got trousers on. Apple user, you can't trust anyone these days. Exactly, Chloe. Only second. Froggish doesn't need a page because you're already on the cover. Slay 5 fan edition. Human, who's in charge again? Is because I know it's not you. I did think it was Zula. It's Paula, isn't it? Mr. Werewolf Dude, you're pressing us to see where we wake up already. Mr. Mr. Werewolf Dude thinks human. Froggers, I think you're right. I think it might be Paula, ultimately. Apple user, I know you're only saying Paula so that you think you could creep. So that you think you could creep and persuade Paula to give you a page in Slay. I see through you, Apple user. Who's the one that keeps the do-rooms on track? Well, yeah, that sure as fucking hell ain't the human. Chloe, there are pre-programmed polls. Yes. Paula, that's the next 2 slays planned. Yeah, come on, human, buck up. Yes, Sobdra, Froggis's page will be all about their secret assassin capabilities. Apple user, that was your task. That was your task, was to convince the mods and the human. To be fair, the human didn't think you'd be able to. So, there. I warn you now, Apple user, Paula is not a fan of DMs. You're on a hiding to nothing. Ruthless Denise is about. Is she? It's like trying to lure out a wild animal if we wait very quietly. Anyway, I can't do that. I'm going to let Human take a sip and then we'll probably make a start because we've actually got one. It's quite a lot of work. Good morning, Miss Susie, and good morning, Denise. Good afternoon, Denise. Anyway, Human, sip. And you'll be very happy to know that Human does have alcohol to accompany her through this. So, right. It is a lot of work, Froggis. Oh, right. So just to be clear, Apple user is not getting a page in Slay 4. Mutu, you're saying, yay, started on time. We haven't actually started yet. Easy now. Miss Susie, I look very French. It's because there's a gift. And it has a beret and a moustache, and I have the beret, so now I have the moustache. There we go. Mr. Belvedere, what did the human do today? The human tried to plan some outfits for us for Halloween. Are they planned? Are they? Fuck. Hello, Josh. Yeehaw! Tipa gets on with it. Well, eventually I do. Shall we make a start? Because there's a lot to get through, Human. A lot to get through. Let us begin. You wake to find yourself laying on, well, nothing. You get to your feet disoriented by apparently levitating in nothingness. Hello, Kaluna. We're literally on the second sentence. It's all going well so far. You look at the swirling colours around you, forming some sort of interdimensional wormhole. At least that's your best guess. But as for how to get out of here, you have no clue. You try walking and are surprised to find the lack of ground doesn't stop you from moving. As you stroll down the wormhole, you're intrigued to find the walls lined with flickering images. One depicts a jungle, another shows underwater, while a different one leads to a child's bedroom. You waft your hand through the closest one, then stick your head in, surprised to find it's like you've been teleported to the place shown in the shimmering image. You walk further and spot an image of an icy landscape, but as you wave your arm through this one, nothing happens. You'll have to find some way of unlocking it. You're not sure if these portals are the key to getting out of here, but you've got fuck all else to do. So which portal will you pick first? Jungle, water, or child's bedroom? Wow, we're hot on the marks. Hot on the marks, off the marks, by the marks, adjacent to the marks. Paula, you're an interdimensional wormhole. I've always thought so. So please vote in the poll. Yvonne, the short answer is no. Clue to the child's bedroom sounds creepy. Good. But actually it's not. It's probably the least creepy thing. Sondra, don't bear anything, thank you. You might think they're necessities, but keep them covered up, will you? Anyway, that's the first poll done. We're going to the jungle. Off we go. All children are creepy, Ruth. Most, like a solid 90-something%. Froggish, you're the most creepy thing, agreed. Is it creepy to say you want to go in the kid's bedroom? It's fine, it's fictional, guys. It's fictional. Denise says I'm giving Frank Spencer vibes. That's mean, isn't it? Isn't it? Jesus. You decide to enter the portal that shows a jungle. The first thing you see is a large bear that's taxidermied. And in the distance you see some ruins, but much closer is a large, rather menacing snake hanging from a tree. So we've got our next option already. Bear, ruins, or snake? That was quick, wasn't it? Marcus is the only non-creepy child. I'd be interested to know what Zara thinks about that. Oh, Ruth, don't say "oh, Betty." Come on. Froggish, you've gone straight to Welcome to the Jungle. My word. Human, are we tired? Are we too tired for this? Are we? Paula, behave. Pistachio Lindor balls. Fucking hell, Chloe. Get her. I know, right? Yvonne, who's betting? Right. There was a programme probably in the 70s. It lasted a while, maybe the 80s as well, called Some Mothers Do Have 'Em. And the guy in it, Michael Crawford, that was his name, right? Wore a beret. And his long-suffering wife was called Betty. That's why. Right, we're doing bear. Yes, I know we said bear. Oh, Miss Susie, don't you start too. Oh, Apple user wants to know why bears in the jungle. Oh, hello, Nikki. Nikki's here. Goody. This will go swimmingly now. Right, bear. Don't set Nikki off. Nikki, you're in hospital. Oh, Nikki. Nikki, I hope you're doing okay. We're just about to look at bear. You decide to take a closer look at bear. They're surrounded by the bare necessities of wild salmon and picnic baskets. Not a prickly fucking pear in sight, which is a shame because you might have been able to use it to slice bear open. You suppose you'll have to look for a knife instead. Apple user, don't be mean about Kure. And I'm not saying that because she's my girlfriend. Are we doing songs today? That's a fucking good question, Chloe. How about we see what time we've got at the end? And we'll do it that way this time. Because this could be quite a long one, depending on whether we get our acts together. I don't know. Yvonne, wasn't there supposed to be Disney stuff? Yvonne, we're in the middle of Jungle Book. And the humans trying really hard not to get sued. Oh yeah, what else are we doing? We've got the snake or the ruins now. That's your Nikki says do something funny. I am, Nikki. I'm not sat here with a stupid moustache on for my health. Thank you, Chloe. My girlfriend, not my girlfriend. Yeehaw! Is that funny enough, Nikki? Has that just made your day? Anyway, what's the choice? Snake or ruins? That's your choice. Yeah, I know, if on Blink and you might miss the references to Disney, but there we go. Moustaches are good for one's health. Isn't that so, Paul? Is that so? Looks like it's going to be Snake. AJ, you're late again. Yes, you are. Hope you brought your sword. Normally, AJ, we wouldn't have started the escape room, but we have actually started it this time. Yeah. And everything's going quite swimmingly. Probably won't last. I like that, thank you. Right, Snake. Okay, here we go. I am not going to sing happy birthday to Nikki. Right, Snake. You decide to take a closer look at the snake. Frog is a moustache, right? Frog is stop. Just stop. Yeehaw! Mr. Welfdew, do you think it's going to be finished by 5? I don't think so. You decide to take a closer look at the snake. It looks like a bit of a dick to you, and its eyes do something weird as you stare into them and your head grows foggy. You're glued to the spot. Pretty sure the creepy snake has started fucking singing of all things, when suddenly you hear a loud rumble of thunder. With a flash of lightning, your head clears, and you watch as the snake, having been struck by lightning, burns to a crisp. As the flames die away, you notice a piece of paper with a single word written on it. Happy. No, actually, you're really fucking not. Kalula finished by 5 your time. That's more like it. Hello, Julie. Welcome. What? Sock Monkey wants a moustache sticker. Okay. Zeus, did you just stop by to say you're welcome for the snake? Oh God, Chloe's just rubbing it in that she's got plenty of chocolate. That's just mean, isn't it? Right. Noodles has got a slip of paper, Mr. Werewolf did, with the word happy written on it. Which only leaves the ruins, guys. So I'm going to run ahead and we're going to look in the ruins. So, yeah. You decide to investigate the ruins and you've barely arrived. Sorry, Huber's just going to take a sip before we find out what's at the ruins. You decide to investigate the ruins, but you've barely arrived before a massive monkey bounds over and starts singing a song all about how fucking great they are. You vaguely wonder if you're related. After they finish singing, they seem somewhat deflated by your reaction, or rather your lack of one. As they sulk away, you notice they drop a piece of paper. It simply has the word bashful written on it. They definitely weren't that. Ruth, I'm not going to sing that. I don't want to get sued. So, the next choice. Gluna, when you've just woken up and the escape room feels like a fever dream. Isn't that always the case? Isn't it? Right, next choice is the... is it water or the child's bedroom? We're back to that. And you can all put all the Disney-esque things in the comments if you would like. I'm not going to get involved. So thank you, Chloe, for doing the poll. You can vote in the poll for where we want to go next, water or bedrooms. Chloe, I have no comment. Or maybe neither. Maybe neither Apple user. Who doesn't like doing a poll? Somdra? Behave. You're all bonkers. Paul, you're thinking Peter Pan. Wow, human, lots of people are going to be disappointed. Hello, Black Gaming. Hey. Right, underwater next. That's what your morning bus stop is called. Seriously, Emma? What? Oh. Uh-oh, AJ's just said, so hear me out. This is going to be good. Water. We said water, didn't we? We said water. Frog, as you come prepared to be disappointed. Does that mean you're never disappointed, or does that mean you're always disappointed? I don't know. I don't know. We're not in a jingle anymore. We're not in a jingle anymore, Nikki. We're underwater now. Oh God, we've got a poll going. We're underwater, guys. We're underwater. Best dwarf. I'm pretty sure that Angry was called Grumpy, but never mind. Right, you decide to go through the water portal because life's so much better down where it's wetter, or something like that. I'll leave you to make your own jokes. You look around at the rubbish that litters the ocean floor. There's an old copy of Space Desk Monthly. There's a treasure chest, and in the distance you see the entrance to a slightly spooky cave. So your choice is Space Desk Monthly, chest, or cave. AJ, I promise you I will not be singing. A tie between Angry and Doc. Okay. Apple user, that's what Raz says to the chicken. No, we're not in a fish tank. We're not in a fish tank. It's Oh God, everyone has just gone bonkers. Human, are we boring the human? Yes, we are boring the human. Human, I really think you need to get more sleep of a weekend. You really, really do. Yeehaw! We are underwater. Apple user, hush your mouth. Hush your mouth, Apple user. Right, it's a tie between Space Desk Monthly and the chest. Would one of the mods care to break the tie for us? AJ, AJ, if you have to protest that you are sober, then you probably are not. Trust me. I know wherever I speak. I'm very close to Kure. Right, chest it is. Chest. You decide to take a close look at the treasure chest. It's the sort of thing a pirate would have, and you're almost tempted to call it a dead man's chest, but you're not sure why. Disney owned that as well, right, don't they? Ah, fuck it. You swim over to open it, but you notice it's secured by a heavy padlock. You'll need a key to unlock it. So back to the poll. That leaves Cave or whatever magazine I said. Disney does own everything now, Yvonne, yes. We're not necessarily in Pirates. That might have just been a little reference. No, it doesn't have a black pearl. Oh, human, we should have put a black pearl in. Yeah, we didn't do that. Froggies, you pick whatever magazine as well. Oh dear, guys, I think the humour's just broken from the pressure of this. AJ, can you please stop planning what we're doing? Please. Please. They've got a boat called Tortuga. That's cool, Ruth. You would have put a random locker with... Well, I tell you what, Chloe, when you do your Disney-themed escape room where you try not to get sued, you can do that. No, Apple user, this one does not have an Apple user page. None of them do, Apple user, none of them do. Right, everyone said cave this time. Fine, let's look at the cave. You decide to investigate the cave. You're startled to discover it's home to a sea witch, and even more startled when she breaks into fucking song. You're pretty sure you're the only poor unfortunate soul around here. But apparently you aren't the only one who doesn't want to hear her sing. A tiny octopus with a bad attitude appears and attaches itself to her arm while flipping you off with its remaining tentacles. The witch drops dead, and the fucktopus pulses away in a blur of ink. When the ink clears, you notice a knife laying on the cave floor. How convenient. So, should we have a look at the magazine? Let's have a look at the magazine. The whatever magazine. Did you all enjoy Persephone there? Does this mean Persephone is a good guy or a bad guy? I don't know anymore. Let's look at the magazine. Yeah. Apple user, you predicted something similar to this. Something similar. Persephone is morally grey. I know how she feels. Ursula is a hero. I have to say, Disney does hit different when you're older, doesn't it? I think Persephone is out for themselves as well, Ruth. You decide to take a close look at the copy of Space Desk Monthly. You flick through the pages until you reach the centerfold. The Space Desk 4000 with a special expanded... Oh, fuck! That was going to be so good, human. We'll just pretend I never fucked up. Yeehaw! That probably hasn't brought attention to it, right? You flick through the pages until you reach the centerfold, the Space Desk 4000 with a special extendable tabletop. You drool as it extends right across the double page spread. That's a whole lot of desk. But you also notice that someone has defaced it by scribbling in the corner. Rather absurdly, you read the word doc. Bonjour, Nathan. Le Tray official. Tray official. Tray official. It's not alive without you, Nathan. Paula's an extendable tabletop. I don't know, Paula. I still think of you as an intergalactic wormhole, to be honest. Hello, chicken boy. I'll be your daddy. See, you recognise someone in command when you see it, right? Yeah. I'll be your daddy. Without a shadow of a doubt. Neil. Neil. Thank you, Chloe, for the poll. Yes, it is either bedroom or go back with the knife. Yeah. Somja, please do not mention Daddy Santa. It makes the human feel so queasy. So queasy. Apple user, I don't know what you mean about Kure being the one in command, because we are not a thing. We are not a thing. Right, we're going back to the jungle with the knife then. Kipo. No Kipo. What have I just said? Back to the jungle for bear. So we need to look for bear. This is a complicated one, isn't it, human? Yet the human signed off on the cake gag. Kaluna, she is her own worst enemy. What can I say? There are some things that she just cannot unthink, and then she regrets them. Oh, God, does she regret them? Anyway, if you don't know what we're talking about, you need to get yourselves to Patreon. I know, Yvonne, this is how the last wedding got started, but it's not like we need, 3 weddings in a fucking year, guys. Kure and I aren't a thing. But should we talk about the human? The what? Fuck, human. Ugh. Ugh. Human. Human, I can't look at you right now. 3 weddings in an escape room. There is no zoom in. Please, God, tell me there's no zoom in. Anyway, you take the knife and slice bear open. As their insides spill out, you catch sight of a lighter. You put it in your pocket, already looking forward to burning some shit. 3 weddings. Look, guys. Stop trying to ship us off, will you? Okay. If it was DC, it would be Dooman. To be fair, DC's kind of into everybody. I'm not for a second suggesting that death does strange things to your libido when you're reanimated, but Jesus Christ. I was almost going to say at any given time one or other of us is beating DC off, but I mean beating him back. Otherwise there probably wouldn't be a problem. Yeah. DC does like anyone with a pulse. I presume it's jealousy, really. Hello, back and head Chris. A up. Anyway. Anyway. Where are we off to? Are we going to go to the child's bedroom? Yvonne, any hole is a goal. Well, human, there's Dead Carl's new t-shirt design. Oh my word. Oh my word. Human's gonna need a sip after that. Dear oh dear. You were talking. Don't try and make this right, Yvonne. Yeehaw! We. Anyway, Zara, who said your spawn isn't scary? Zara, we did say we would be interested to know your thoughts on whether Marcus was one of the 90-something% who are terrifying, or one of the 5% that isn't. And I think we have our answer. Anyway. Yeah, Froggish didn't manage to kill the human. So I think Human's just going to be chuckling to herself for a while. Let's have a look in the child's bedroom, shall we? All right, Human. It's all a bit much, isn't it? Each live is just a new revelation, isn't it? You probably didn't know that Zulu was going to talk about your bathing habits yesterday, did you? I didn't know I was going to talk about Dead Carl's preferences. Human. What does the human have to say? Absolutely fuck all, AJ. And this is Disney themed. Human, have you choked by trying to stop yourself laughing? Good. He has his cute moments, but he is a super scary child. There we go. Thank you, Zara. Thank you. Right. Child's bedroom. Let's do what we should do and go and poke around a child's bedroom. Yeah. After the human has another sip. Whew, there we go. There we go. Emma, that sounds a bit off. What, poking around a child's bedroom? It'll be fine. You decide to take a closer look at the child's bedroom, but not in a creepy way. Though you haven't been stood in the room long before you... Okay, I'll say that again. You haven't been stood in the room long before you know that you oh, fuck, human. Stop touching the wrong thing on the tab. It's not bath time yet. Focus. Bath time later. Focus now. I'm the only pro in this whole fucking house, you know. Mr. Werewolf, we're working on giving the human alcohol one sip at a time. Though you haven't been stood in the room long before you know you are not the thing making this creepy. Human, can you choke to death on your own time, please? Please? Please, thank you, please. Please, thank you. Fine. I'm sure that was a wonderful sound of things getting stuck in the human's windpipe. Okay, right. Human, carry on. Unalive quietly, please. Yes. There's a robin outside the window that isn't like any fucking robin you've ever seen, and a chimney sweep suddenly appears who seems to have suffered some serious brain trauma from the way he's speaking. You push those thoughts aside and focus on looking for anything helpful instead. You notice a bookshelf, some soft toys, and an odd little snow globe. Investigating one of those must be useful. Books, toys, or snow globe, human is going to take a sip. And maybe we'll survive. It is indeed the world of Mary Poppins. I know, Kaluna, the reference to the bad accent. Apparently Dick Van Dyke has said that all of the crew, British crew, were like absolutely fine. Nobody once said that he sounds terrible. Yeah. A human needs more than a spoonful of sugar. She needs a glassful of gin. Didn't Kure sing that? A glassful of gin. Yeah. Anyway. Yes, the kid that played Michael died young. Right, we're looking at the snow globe. Yvonne, you didn't notice? No. And also, just so we're clear, it's supposed to be in London, but that is not what robins look like. You know when she's singing and there's a robin feathering a nest and all that song? It's not a fucking robin. It's not a fucking robin. It's not. It's not a robin. Yes, and the author of Mary Poppins hated the film. For good reason. Actually, I by the way, guys, I I don't really hate all of this that much. It wasn't a blue-tit anachronism. I think it was just an American bird. But while we're on the subject, what is it with bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover? Like, what the fuck, guys? By the way, for those of you who don't know, we don't have bluebirds over here. Like, literally, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? No Apple user, a glass full of gin helps the fuck you gives go down. Everybody know that. Everybody knows that. Anyway. I feel like this is one of the more curious tangents. Bird trivia. Should we rein it in? Deceived by the right to birds, I know, right? The street is the same set for all of it. Wow, we have got a lot of Mary Poppins trivia, haven't we? Haven't we? Anyway, what's in the snow globe? Yes, what's in the snow globe? Come on now. Come on. Since we're hung up on bird trivia, hello, William. Oh, and birds aren't real, of course. Yeah. You decide to take a closer look at the snow globe. I think Human's going to cough again. Move the microphone. There we go. She tried to save your ears from that by moving the microphone that she now can't put back. Anyway. Kaluna, Mary Poppins magic brought an American robin to the Banks house. Kaluna, that is said like a mother, okay? That is typical kids asking an awkward question. We've got to figure out the workaround without causing any trauma. Just saying, Kaluna, I am just saying. Oh, I missed a yeehaw. Did I miss a yeehaw while the human was choking? Hello, Philip. Anyway. Shall I just move on? Let's just move on. What were we doing? Snow globe. You decide to take a close look at the snow globe, but just as you pick it up, some super efficient nanny bursts in, snatches it from your hand, and starts fucking singing. You notice a folded piece of paper left in your hand, presumably having been stuck to the bottom of the snow globe, and you open it up to see the word dopey written on it. You decide to make a hasty exit, but the nanny starts shouting at you, urging you to feed some fucking birds or something. You smile and nod, but you won't. London's evil sky rat bastards do not need fucking feeding. Oh, I felt that, human. I really felt that. That was nice to get it out. Right, we are done with birds now. The next choice is toys or bookcase. That's your next choice. Toys or bookcase. As AJ burnt himself. Dear oh dear. Greetings, Marcus. Thought you were Amanda Holden at first. Human. Zula was called some very mean things yesterday. But they weren't called Amanda Holden. Can I repeat what I said before the choice? No, Paula. What did we say before the choice? What did we say? I don't remember. Yes, Somdra was also called Stacey Solomon. Yes, Zula was called Stacey Solomon. I wasn't here. It was Zula. Zula was called Stacey Solomon. Journalist. Anyway, vote in the poll, because at this point we can't remember what we're fucking doing. We don't know where we're going. Toys. 100% toys. Ba-ba-da, toys. Who is Stacey Solomon? Exactly, Apple user. Who the fuck is Stacey Solomon? You decide to take a closer look at the soft toys, and your attention is quickly drawn to a very strange creature. Sorry, funny noises from outside. Human thought we might be under attack from the window. Anyway, not those sorts of toys, William. Not those sorts of toys. It is Zelo, Emma. It is Zelo. Well, Yvonne, you say it's the birds. The human does sometimes get magpies come and sit on the windowsill, and they're a bit noisy about it. Anyway, yeah, keep it down, Froggus. Anyway, it looks it's a very strange creature. Remember that? Probably you want to wander over the window and watch the neighbours. They're doing something in the garden. You know, there was drilling yesterday. Were there... I'm sorry, I can't think of a better word, but they're erecting something in the garden. And they're being very noisy about it. Just when we get rid of the noises in the basement. Human's gone. I'm going to soldier on. You decide to take a closer look at the soft toys, and your attention is quickly drawn to a very strange creature. It looks like a cartoon mouse if it was dipped in green dye, squished by a steamroller, and developed an addiction problem. Human, final warning. You're just thinking about avoiding it altogether when you notice a slip of paper sticking out of a split seam in its back. You take it out to find it has one word written on it. Grumpy. Yes, very. If they yell milk me daddy. If they yell milk me daddy, I really hope that we at least capture it on video. Hello, Skip. Anyway. It's tempting to go and look, isn't it, human? It's tempting. So there we go. Mr. Werewolf Dude, you'd like to look at the bookshelf. Let's go and do that. Let's just do that. Hush, human. You decide to take a closer look at the bookshelf. Most of it looks like twee bullshit, but as you flick through the shelf, one book falls off. It looks like a fairy tale about a pretty but annoying girl whose name belongs alongside Yeehaw! Whose name, thank you Froggius, belongs alongside candle smoke and bridal veil on a pretentious paint shade card. You open it up to flick through, but you're surprised to find you can't. Just your luck to find it's enchanted or some such bullshit. Then again, maybe this book is your way out of here. Only 2 more polls. That's at least one too many. Is The Corpse Bride Disney? Is it? There's something we haven't done yet, guys. There's something we haven't done. No, not someone's being drilled. Someone's drilling different things. And we don't have the information. Oh, Apple user, that's mean. Right, come on, guys. There's something we still have to do. Yes! Yes! Apple user, we have to use the lighter. Corpse Bride was Disney. Really? No, Froggies, no one's getting drilled. Not even DC. Right, we're going to use the lighter. But where are we going to use the lighter? No, not nailed either. No drilling, no nailing. And absolutely nothing to do with any railing either. No troubles. Wow, Mr. Werewolf Dude, you just want to... Bonjour. You just want to burn the plushie. I'm pretty sure that's not an option. Leave Zelo alone. What has Zelo ever done to you? Human, we lost control. Human. They've gone rogue. We've even lost Mr. Werewolf Dude. Does anybody remember how Mr. Werewolf Dude just going to burn everything? Remember how there was the ice portal? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I know, human. Hello, best year yet. Right, human. Oh, your tummy's going to start rumbling now. Fuck, that's all we need. I can't even rely on the human. Remember how there was the ice portal? because you want to make a joke, isn't it, human? That's why you're laughing. You want to make a joke about that being the pet name for my nether regions. But you're not going to, are you? So fucking childish. Serves you fucking right. You stand in front of the ice portal and wave the lighter. It seems to work, but you didn't see any ice that needed melting. In fact, it all seems bloody stupid to you, and you get quite worked up before telling yourself to just let it go. You step through the portal and notice someone seems to be encased in ice, while on the floor next to them is a copy of Luxury Shed Weekly. At least you don't see anyone around who's going to suddenly burst into song. You're getting fucking sick of that. So, the person in ice or Luxury Shed Weekly, please vote in the poll. Chloe, you've changed the humans poll. You've changed the humans poll. And no, it's not Captain America. Did we need to keep... Yes, Yvonne, we did. Oh, fuck, we've still got quite a bit to do, haven't we, human? Fucking hell. Anyway, we have got a lot to do. Bonjour, Kyle. Kyle, it's been a lot of hard work. And we're not finished yet. We started really early. We started the escape room early. And we're not done yet. I have to say, Nathan, this one is particularly weird. Let's look at the person in ice, which is what the human wrote in the poll. Oh, fuck, human. Ah, there it is. Whew, human, for a minute. I'll be honest, human, for a minute. I thought you'd fucked it up. I was more surprised you hadn't. Right, person in ice. You decide to take a closer look at the person encased in ice. It's either that or build a snowman. And you really don't want to do that. Yee-haw! But you're not sure how to get them out of the ice either. Oh, do you know, Anachronistra, I haven't got a single fucking haiku. It's probably just as well. What with all the banging and drilling and fuck knows what else. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you what to do. We're going to... Yes, Apple user, we're going to burn it. Hello, Mr. Pickles and Friends. You've given up any hope of escaping. All the banging and drilling and someone building something as well. Yes, lighter. Kaluna, yes, lighter. There isn't any brick dust this time, Kyle, which is making the human quite intrigued as to what's going on. She suspects it's more than one neighbour drilling in their garden. You waved the lighter. Remember the escape room we were doing, guys? Do you remember that? No, Somdra. You wave the lighter, and somewhat miraculously for such a large block of ice and such a small lighter, the ice melts, freeing the person inside. Or it would have if they weren't dead already. Poor Carl, poor dead Carl, poor tasty dead Carl. If you had a blender and some booze, then some DC-based frozen cocktails would be perfect about now. But you don't. And if you did have the booze, you probably would have polished it off when the first person started singing at you. Or when the neighbours started in the garden. Apologies for the humans, Tubby. So you check dead Carl's pockets instead. All Carlgaritas. You're pretty pleased with yourself when you find a key. You'd like to reward yourself with an ice lolly. You're pretty sure you can find a bit of DC to suck. Human. I know, it was the mention of DC that set her tummy off. Anyway, we do have plenty of ice. Right. Anyway, don't eat the key. Please, Paula. Please. Anybody actually remember where we have to go? Abuser, you eat the ice lolly. Back under the sea, Chloe. Because life's always better down where it's wetter. Right, you unlock the chest and peer inside. Expecting extravagant riches or bottles of grog. You can work with either. Human, your tummy is betraying me as well. Please. Kyle, I'm not talking about what kind of lolly. You unlock the chest and peer inside, expecting extravagant riches or bottles of grog. You can work with either, but instead there's a slip of paper with the word sneezy written on it. Fuck, Human, have we done it? Have we done it? Oh no, we haven't. Fuck, we've got to go back to the ice portal to look at Luxury Shed Weekly. A Mivvy. Right, let's do Luxury Shed Weekly. Paula, you're an ice portal. You decide to take a look at the copy of Luxury Shed Weekly. You open it up to find a special, in-depth article on the importance of laying solid foundations for your luxury shed. You feel like that would be a really good way to hide anything that might need hiding permanently. But before you can plan anything too in-depth, you realise the rest of the article has been scribbled over. The word sleepy has been written in thick black marker. Whoever did that deserves to help you lay some foundations. Mr. Pickles, you put Luxury Shed Weekly in the special bank? God, everybody is revolting. What's wrong with you all? Frog, as you'll need a nap. God, at the very least. Right. Anyway, should we just now that we've got all the names, should we just move on? Asia, you're back. What did you miss? Absolutely nothing. Emma, revolting or revolting? At this point, I couldn't possibly. Anyway, I'm not taking the blame for any of this. This is Somdra's fault for requesting a Disney escape room. You hold the fairy tale book in your hands and read out all the names you found on the various slips of paper. You watch in amazement as the book magically flips open. Then you watch in fear as it grows bigger before realising with just as much fear that you're actually getting smaller. You're sucked into the book and not really sure if things have just gotten a lot better or far worse. You don't suppose it makes a lot of difference in the long run. What you do know is that you're stood in a woodland clearing outside a cute little cottage staring at what appears to be a glass coffin. Your first thought is that the coffin's occupant looks fucking annoying. Your second thought is wondering whether you're allowed to eat her, as is the usual custom on a Sunday afternoon. As you're wondering this, you realise you're suddenly surrounded by some vertically challenged men who start begging you to wake the girl in the coffin. It seems a bit presumptuous since you've never met any of them before, but presume you just have one of those faces, so you agree. The problem is, how the fuck do you wake her? Your first thought is that If she is indeed as annoying as she looks, a good bitch slap should do the trick. But your second thought is that this is a fairy tale, and surely that means she needs true love's kiss. But you throw up a little in your mouth as you think about it. But you can't think of any other options either. Choose! Slap or kiss. The ultimate choice. Paula, please don't use AJ's sword. AJ doesn't like it. Emma, was it eat or eat? Yes. So, slap or kiss is your final choice. And yes, this is very, very obviously Disney themed. Very, very obviously. Apple user, you're cross that there was no Hercules. See, Apple user, this is the problem, okay? The last movie, the last Disney film that the humans saw and actually enjoyed it as a Disney film before being jaded was probably The Little Mermaid. Was it? I think so. So yeah, basically any animated Disney movie post Little Mermaid, you're fucked. Hercules was in the dark years. Apple user, the dark years. Froggies, you're gonna what? The villains are incredibly relatable and anachronistic. Right, we're gonna go with the bitch slap. Excellent. You don't need consent for that. Anyway, we did mention Frozen. That's because we've come out the other side, and it's caused a very deep hatred. Anyway, bitch slap time. In your humble opinion, many a problem could and should be solved by a hard bitch slap to the face, either physically or metaphorically. Fuck knows you're flexible about this kind of thing. You thought it best not to divulge your plans to the 7 men of diminished stature as they removed the lid of the glass coffin. You also thought it best not to ask how they came into possession of said coffin and its inhabitants. Plausible deniability should be your middle name. You lean over the coffin, disturbingly aware of the 7 sets of eyes focused on you and what you're about to do. You take a deep breath, draw your hand back, and slap the annoying-looking girl in the face. To your surprise, a large chunk of apple flies from her lips. Gross. A deep silence falls over the whole forest. Birds and animals you weren't aware of seem stunned by your actions, and you feel the gaze of the girl's 7 companions turn from shock to anger. But your motto has always been, if in doubt, style it out, and in your head you mentally prepare a speech about having studied for years under a famed doctor somewhere. However, you don't have time to spit it out before 7 pairs of angry eyes turn into a much more menacing 7 pairs of angry fists, which are currently raised to beat the living shit out of you. Just as you begin your speech, the girl in the coffin splutters back to life. You breathe a sigh of relief and watch a tearfully happy reunion unfold. At least it is for them. For you, it's pretty fucking nauseating. At least you're happy and more than a little confused that everyone has survived, including you. But your happiness is short-lived as the girl, who it turns out is every bit as annoying as you thought, conveys the story of how she ended up in such a state. As if on cue, the second and evil stepmother is mentioned. She appears, and for some reason you can't quite fathom, starts blaming it all on you. It would appear you and she share the same motto. You look on speechless as everyone turns on you and the threat of violence lingers in the air. You don't have time to run before the pummeling begins. For such physically small chaps, they sure do pack a wallop. Yee-haw! So much so that you're unable to defend yourself, and before long your consciousness threatens to abandon you. It seems odd. They seemed like such a friendly bunch. But now even the annoying girl is directing them and offering ideas of what they could do next. As you finally black out, you're lulled towards death by quiet whispers of what they plan to do to your corpse. You'd blush if you could. And you're dead. Wouldn't it be 7 pairs of fists? No, it's a pair, Apple user. Do you know how pairs work? Was that mean? I don't care if it was mean. You buy it. Human, I don't. William, where's the rest of that apple? Oh, human, we should have done that. So, that was the ending if you decided to bitch slap. Not those pairs, Paula. Not those pairs. So I think that was quite self-explanatory. Best year, yeah. If I mean, who does actually want Oasis tickets, right? They were past their best. Oasis were at their best in the 90s, right? I'm sorry, we've just got off at a tangent. Forget Oasis tickets. When life gives you apples, make applesauce. What's the alcohol that's made from apples? Brandy. When life gives you apples, make brandy. Hard cider. Paula. 2 as 1. I meant spirits, not. I meant something heavier. Mr. Pickles, that was a surprise. I know, right? Should we do the other ending? This is for everybody who wanted to try. When life gives you apples, you get apple user. Sadly. Or schnapps. Oh, that sounds nice, Yvonne. Anyway. Oh, brandy is fortified wine. Yeah, except when it's made from apples. Fuck it. True Love's Kiss. Right, here we go. If it's cherry brandy, then yes, Miss Susie. Oh, human. Do you know? Sometimes I'm just really fucking sorry I ever said anything. Is this how Zula feels? When life gives you potatoes, make vodka. Anyway, oh hello, House of Tism. Today we've been doing an escape room. And this is the alternate ending for if you try to give True Love's first kiss. House of Tism, I wouldn't imagine any of this is going to make sense, but you survived yesterday and none of that did, so anyway. Human, you've zoomed in and now you can't read it. Right, here we go. You decide to try True Love's Kiss. Though it makes you want to puke, this is a fairy tale and they're full of this kind of shit. In fact, you try and think of one that doesn't have some sort of questionable consent. It's kind of their thing. And evil stepmothers. You wait as the little men remove the glass coffin lid, wishing you had a polo. You would well be reading this as if we hadn't written it. You wait as the little men remove the glass coffin lid, wishing you had a polo. Then again, she's the one that's dead. If anyone needs a mint, it must be her. Finally, you lean in for a kiss. You think a little peck ought to work, and it doesn't feel too rapey. You lean back as 7 pairs of eyes watch you both. Yeehaw! As 7 pairs of eyes watch both you and the girl expectantly. After a couple of minutes, nothing has happened. It was a long shot. You shrug at the men who were still watching you before turning to walk away. However, one of them instantly blocks your path. They seem more than disappointed. You explain that you're not sure what else to try, but they surround you, backing you up against the coffin. You bump into it harshly, ready to try and defend yourself from the 7 pairs of raised fists. Count them, Apple user. 7 pairs of raised fists about to tenderize you when you hear someone coughing behind you. All eyes are now focused on the girl, who suddenly sits up in the coffin and begins fucking singing. You just knew she was going to be fucking annoying. You listen to her shrill, "Oh, Hubert, what have you done? Oh, Hubert, we've lost our place. We've lost our place, Hubert, what did you do?" Right, okay. Yeehaw! You listen to her shrill, vaguely melodic tones explain something about a poisoned apple and how knocking into the coffin dislodged it from her throat. It was about time you had some fucking luck. At least the little people aren't trying to beat the crap out of you, and you're ready to make a hasty exit, even if you're still not entirely sure how to do that. But before you can leave, it seems someone insists that you have a little dance. How fucking irritating. You reach to take the girl's hand and help her out the coffin, but as you do, you knock into it harshly again, dislodging the lid and sending it crashing into the girl, slicing her cleanly in two. At least she stopped fucking singing. The small men, however, don't seem as happy about that, or terribly happy about any of this, really, which is deeply ironic for one of them. But it also seems that they're all ready to blame you for this. You decide there's nothing for it but to run like fuck. So you do. But it's not as easy as you thought. After your foot gets caught in yet another tree root, you feel like the whole forest is out to get you. Then again, this is a fairy tale, and that's the kind of shit that happens. You risk glancing behind you to see that you're being hotly pursued, but before you have time to register another thought, you find yourself tumbling through the air. You suppose another tree root must have tripped you, but you keep falling. As air rushes past your face, you attempt to make sense of what's happening. You seem to have fallen off a cliff. A cliff? In the middle of the forest? Then you realise you've fallen out the book itself. It's not a cliff, but the edges of the open book. You suddenly wonder what exactly will bring your fall to an end. A tabletop? A comfy cushion? No, you won't be that lucky. Or perhaps you'll just fall forever due to the physical impossibility of actually falling out a book. Nope, it's a tabletop. A really hard one. And at speed. And you're dead. So there we go. I would ask if we're happy, but I don't care. I suppose we should at least ask Sobtra. It was awesome, excellent. Did the air consent to this tumble? Do you know what? There's been a lot of things in this life, hasn't there? Terminal velocity and all that. How about a song? No, Kyle, no. Falling out of book was epic. Excellent, Cluna, excellent. Froggus is just glad it's over. Human will raise a glass to that, Froggus. Yeah, Ace, if you're happy and you know it, keep it to yourself. Human's going to sip. That was a bit more than a sip, Human, but there we go. Oh dear, is everyone... Of all the things for people to get grumpy about, Human, and there's been a lot of polo chat. Who knew that would be the controversial thing? Bless you, yet you're feeling inspired. Oh. Actually, well, good luck with that. House of Tism, that it was a gulp. The human took a gulp. We're not having the Apple user song, Froggis. Don't you turn on me as well. Chloe has requested the mod song. We've it has been a very busy weekend, Froggis. Very busy. I don't know how the humour's going to come down from it all. I tell you what. Somja had Happy Birthday sung to them by everybody last week. Yvonne, don't worry. What do you want? Red Dwarf song? It's cold outside. There's no kind of atmosphere. Intravenous optic. Now we're talking, Mr. Pickles. Somja says the mod song. Well, of course, Apple User says the Apple User song. House of Tism, you have zero idea what's happening, but you keep coming back. Don't worry. Don't worry. The human orchestrates this and she doesn't know what's fucking going on, so we're not doing Hot to Go. Hush now. No, Paula, we are not doing the Apple User song. House of Tism, this chaos is your safe space. Be afraid. No ABBA, Kyle. No ABBA. Do you know what? The human was a bit upset with with Spotify. It keeps trying to give her ABBA. Oh dear, we've got a poll going. Before I look at what the poll is, I would like to remind everybody this is not a democracy. This is not a democracy. We're doing the mod song, so it doesn't really matter what you pick. This is just to keep you quiet for a couple of minutes. We're doing the mod song. AJ, this is your unsafe space, and you have no one to blame but yourself. We might still do some share at some point. Yeah. Let it go and baby shark. Mr. Pickles, no. No. Anachronistic, yes. The human, no. She was just very surprised that that Spotify considered ABBA like one of the artists that she likes. Anyway, AJ, you mentioned a sword one time. I know. I know, AJ, I know. Ace, this is your laughing space, human too, I know. As you may have guessed. If I could turn back live. Anyway, should I do the courtesy of waiting for the poll to finish, even though it's not going to make a shit of a difference, human? Shall we? Seems polite, doesn't it? Even if it doesn't mean shit. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Apple user who runs human Spotify. Paula, you had to get it to exclude your cat's playlist. Human, we don't have enough time left for that. Yeah. I'm the closest thing you have to a trusted adult. AJ, you're in more trouble than I thought. Much. Apple user, I don't care. We're doing the bot song. We're doing the bot song. You definitely didn't cheat. Shock. Right, come on, Hugh, with the mod song. Find the words. Find the words. I'm surprised you don't know them now. Right. Because the mods work hard sometimes. Is the human singing it on our own? Yeah, Somja, we're going to sign off. And then the human's just going to sit here and sing while I go and look out the window at what the fucking noise is. Right. Apple user, you seem to have forgotten something. What have you forgotten? This is not a fucking democracy. Oh. Human, what did you do? There we go. Human, I'm not sure that I can actually sing this. Going live on TikTok was a very scary thing. Trolls and... Okay, human, okay. Okay. Yeehaw! Okay, everybody, okay. Yeehaw! Froggies! Yeehaw! Stop! Stop! Right. So, we're going to try that again. Just recite it, Colin. Okay, fuck it, Hugh, I'm going to do this my way. Going live on TikTok was a very scary thing. Trolls and assholes everywhere, ready to torment me. I feel like William Shatner. I had to find a saviour, ready to create some polls. Yeehaw! What I got was chaos. Yeehaw! They just outwitted all the trolls. Yee fucking haw! I need my mod squad. Yeehaw! I need some creepiness and yeehaw passive aggression. They've got to be mean and they've got to be weird. Yeehaw! They'll be chaotic but provide protection. I need my mod squad. I need them brutal and possibly slightly drunk. Because somehow they're sharp, yet also quite blunt. And they've got to be sarcastic as fuck. Sarcastic as fuck. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bonjour. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Froggies thinks we all need to be drunk. William thinks the human needs a hug. I'll go for both. Now the Apple user song. We're not doing the Apple user song. I've been going for 90 minutes. TikTok is starting to get concerned about my well-being. For good reason. So, Yvonne, the human, does need a break. She does need a break. She does most weeks, but fuck, she really does. I think she just wants to get in a bath with Zula, but there we go. Froggies, you're concerned about all of our well-being. This is practice for the 24-hour. There is not going to be a 24-hour live. Zuman is not a thing. It's not a thing. Concern is noted. Filed under non-essential. Right. Everybody. No, this is not going to be a 24-hour live. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to sign off. Come on. Zoom and Kipo double wedding at Christmas. AJ, this is why we talk about your sword so much. There could be... Oh, Paula. A 24-hour live sometime in November. No. 30k before we end. There won't be 30k before we end. But yeah, if you get to 30k before we end, here comes the finger of doom. So, everybody, I am going to sign off now. Otherwise, this is going to be ridiculous. Somdra, I have the next part of your fan fiction to read. The human is looking forward to that. AJ, you don't scare me. Paul, are you hurt from laughing? Good. Right, here does come the finger of doom, I'm afraid. But I do thank you all for joining me. I hope that some of you will survive this. But I do thank you all for joining me. Thank you for some of your comments. Most of them have been awful, but some of them were good. Thank you for all of your gifts, and thank you for the likes as well. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope, as miserable as I am, I do hope that you go and have a lovely week. Ultimately, I don't really get to hear about it if you don't, so, you know, moan to someone who cares. So, everybody, thank you. Someone will be back on Saturday. I don't know who yet. Maybe Zula again. It was nice having Zula back, wasn't it? I don't care. It's not my problem. Not my circus and literally not my monkeys. So, everybody, have a wonderful week. And only one thing left to say. And that is farewell.